So when I started my YouTube, I was really struggling with being productive as I never even learned how to work in the first place. I was always into video games, into anime, and I was good at video games, but not in the working in real life. Because it did require a lot of effort, a lot of focus, a lot of commitment, which I wasn't really into. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't doing the things I wanted just because I was kind of addicted to YouTube, to other things, to fapping, to anime, even to video games to some extent. I did abandon video games for like half a year or so, right? But it still was a struggle. So I decided to just go and research the very core of productivity. How do I work hard? How do I work long hours? And I saw some good videos here and there, and they were kind of helping my productivity overall improved, right? But I realized it all had a low ROI, return on investment. I would watch half an hour video and I would implement probably one trick that would be kind of nice to have, but not really changing a lot. So I stumbled upon a great video, one of the first videos of a rising YouTuber called Ryan Doris. It's a CEO of some company that researches flow state and basically teaches people how they can put themselves into a flow state, in a flow of just working hard that feels absolutely effortless at will. That's his feature, at will. Right, and the video was titled, I literally rewatched it today for the sake of this video to be extremely well, so it was called Work After 1 minute after you wake up. And the main message of it was that productive titans, people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, I know, fucking Hamza, Raf, whatever you can call the smart people, the productive people, Ali Abdaal, they don't overemphasize their morning routine. Because I wanted my morning routine so much, and I believed that it would make so much of a difference in my productivity, that it would supercharge me to just do the work on a great efficient level, but it didn't. It just didn't. The reason productive people wake up and go straight to work was because our flow, our brainwaves, whenever we are in flow, are very similar to the ones we experience when we wake up. So when we wake up, our brain waves kind of are already similar and close to flow. So if you just hopping out of bed and you already have a task planned from yesterday, like on your computer or something, you just sit, do the work, and you're so much more productive than if you were to go through 3-hour morning routine and do all that shit. But Ryan Doris over time realized why these people also tend to burn out, tend to be in bad mental health. It's because flow is a cycle, and they skipped a crucial step of flow, that after you experience flow, you need to recover, because it is very demanding. Working hard for a long period of time, being very focused persona is demanding on your brain. So what he realized is that after you wake up, you gotta work immediately. Like I'm not gonna cope, I'm not gonna lie, I still brush my teeth, I still make my bed sometimes, and then I hop into straight work. If I'm in a working mood, if I'm in a fucking rut, I'm gonna go and watch something stupid, right? But I'm not even gonna brush my teeth, bro. It's so pathetic. so much. I hate it so much. Right. After you work for just a few hours, you know, like, you can concentrate for like no more than 3 hours, 6 hours for real. It's not like you can wake up and work all day long, because you need recovery. It is demanding. So after your work session, deep work session, you go and recover. And how did that? Well, now these people that suggest a 3-hour morning routine and all biohacking stuff, they are kings at that. The sunlight, the ice bath, the meditations, stretching, journaling, it's all fantastic practices, but it's just to recover. It doesn't do shit in real life. After being on self-improvement for a year, I realized, yeah, now I journal, I meditate, I go to cold shower, I get the sunlight in my eyes, but it doesn't do shit to my life. It doesn't actually improve your life. It's not what rolls the ball forward, but what actually helps you to roll the ball, and faster and longer than anyone else in your competition. So it makes you just a ruthless competitor. If you wake up, do the work, fasted, no carbs, you don't eat for, I don't know, 3-6 hours, right? It's what I did right now, it's what I do right now. I woke up for 4 hours ago, and I'm literally just sitting here, scripting videos, ideas, titles, recording this video now, and then I will go and hop into a cold shower. I will go and meditate. I will go and stretch. I can really go to the gym now, as I have some issues with my back, and you know, this massage or manual therapy or whatever. I can't really go there for a few days, but I can still stretch for like an hour and a half, right? for forever. David Goggins stretch every fucking night for a few hours. It's amazing. Right. Why it works, I already told ya. It's because our brain waves, straight after we wake up, are already the closest to flow in whatever time of the day we could have. It's just a cheat. And also what he didn't mention is more of a self-improvement term, brain points. You have the most brain points, you have the most discipline, willpower, energy, whatever you call it. All your resources are on peak, on top, kind of on top, because in the middle of the day your temperature body rises and you kind of become more powerful, but your brain is absolutely smashing everything just as you wake up. And if you got, I just want to explain the idea of brain points. Imagine you got 100 brain points that you can spend on decisions for a day. So these are needed for decisions. What am I gonna eat now? Should I eat pizza or burger? Should I eat salad or, I don't know, chicken and rice, right? It all consumes 1 or 2 brain points. It's not that hard, right? But now you think, I need to go to the gym, but I don't want to, I don't feel like it. And now you debate in your brain whether you do or not, and whether you will go to the gym will depend on, well, first, whether you have the amount of brain points. Let's say you need 20 brain points to go to the gym. It's 3 hours like of committing to the workout, hard, ruthless. It's hard. And if you are below 20, if you have like 5 brain points left, right? Because you might scroll, you might I don't know, wake up at 11, feel bad, and go into trash talking yourself, and you already lost a ton of brain points from that. You will not perform activity if you don't have enough brain points. You shouldn't make it a limitation that, yeah, I now feel like I don't have mental brain points, so I just won't do the thing. No, right, that's more like that, but it is somewhat close to truth. Right, first one was that if you don't have sufficient brain points, you will not perform activity. But the second one is whether you're willing to actually spend those brain points, or even go into debt, you know, go -5 brain point, -10. It's when you're absolutely smashed out of your mind and you feel like you're gonna freaking die, pushing your limits. And now, guess what? Like, it should be now on the next day, you will get 102 points. It's just like stretching your muscles. Your body knows now and realizes that, yeah, I need to grab that apple, to stretch my hand a bit more, so I will just like disengage, I don't know, some limitations on muscles or whatever. Over time, your brain points does increase. It just isn't as convenient to count more than like 100, you know, like 102, 1000, 2000. It's just that you may also say that every brain point now has a better quality. You can use now, instead of 20 brain points to go to the gym, to like 10, 5, because it just became a habit and the thing you enjoy so much. Now, if you have the attention span, just wait 5 seconds. I'm gonna say something great. Yeah, I was supposed to say this story, how I tried, and it was so productive, but it is kind of obvious that if I talk on that video on the topic we are talking on, productivity and work, doing the work straight after I woke up changed a freaking ton for me. It just did. It just made a difference in my productivity, splitting it before and after. It's just, I don't know, 300, like, instead of doing 2 hours of deep work for the whole day out of 15 hours, it was now like 6, 10. It was fantastic, and not even in hours, but in quality. You just hop into that flow and the time passes so incredibly fast. And if you combine that with not eating anything for a few hours of your deep work, if you wake up at 4 fucking a.m., I was waking up for a few months, alright, for 1 month, at 3 a.m. Fantastic time. I realized it's not really a healthy way of sleeping, and it does fuck up my mental health and shit, but if you can wake up at like 6, at 5, it's fantastic, it's awesome. At 7, alright? If you don't have the school and you don't really have any other distractions, you can wake up at even fucking 9, it doesn't really matter, but the point is, when you wake up and nothing can bother you, when you turn all the notifications off, you just, after sleeping, go into a work mode. It's just so ruthlessly powerful. Right, and don't limit yourself to just doing, you know, the hardest work in the morning, and if you like overslept or something, or if you had some other urgent stuff to do, and now you didn't get to, you know, you didn't get that flow state, there are still a ton of people that follow morning routine or doesn't follow morning routine and start their work in the middle of the day or even in the evening when their brain is fried and mental points is low, but they still do the work and do it quite efficiently. So don't make it limit yourself that, oh, if I miss now my morning grind, then my whole day is fucked. No, it doesn't work like that. You can literally wake up and watch anime for 10 hours, just as I did like a few days ago. I would watch anime for like 10 hours, you know, and do some bullshit, but then I would go and smash the work. I would go and record video. I would go and learn that hard course from Hamza or something. Not hardcore, but hard course, you know, right? Yeah, it just don't limit yourself. Don't let this limiting belief infiltrate your mind. Now, the actionable step. Try for just 1 day to wake up and smash the work. Just do the work, just allocate 1 hour, right, 2 hours, or half an hour to whatever your most important task for the day is. Just after waking up, just brush your fucking teeth, fucking tongue, so it doesn't smell like shit, and grab some water, right, so to kickstart your organism. Like, this cup is always on my table, it's always filled. It's like 500 milliliters of water that I consume every like morning, basically. Alright, not 500, like 300 or something. I consume out of 500. Anyway, just try and do that. I bet your life, your productivity will be split on before and after. Improve.